It is what it is. Welcome, adventurers. What's going on, guys? Welcome to Taking20 Presents. We are in the midst of our Storm King's Thunder campaign, and thank you all for joining us this evening. It's nice to see a bunch of extra of you guys hanging out with us here on the stream live. With me, as always, we have 4 brave adventurers. We have Rivermire, the elvish rogue assassin, played by Daniel. We have Bran, played by Brandon. Bran is our half-orc Totem of the Bear barbarian. We have Malachi, our dwarven Circle of the Land druid, played by Chris. And then we have Phil playing Cesare, our human Valor Bard. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. You're going to make that stick, aren't you? Alright, so if you guys remember what happened last week in our falling episode that we had, you were attacked. Your airship was attacked and by some manticores, and when it went down for repairs, you guys ended up leaving it to go try to salvage some body parts from one of the fallen manticores and to wash up in the river. And upon returning, you come back to your airship where it was left in the road, and you saw 3 giant figures walking away from you guys along the path further to the east, excuse me. And there was a lot of smoke and rubble, and you noticed that the nearby trees were on fire, and hovering around the edge of the tree line was in fact a fire elemental. Probably the one from the furnace that was powering the airship. If you gentlemen would be so kind, please roll initiative. You'll have to give me just a moment here. I've got some audio issues. Let me just make some switches here.
You can drag it, Phil.
Theoretically, I know that that's true, Chris. Do I have to like left click it or something, or right click it or something?
I apologize about the technical difficulties.
I used to be able to do this. I know I have done it in the past.
You can't get your initiative going?
What? Oh, I don't.
You're out of the band.
No. It's even worse than that. I can't get my token to come from the side of the thing to the main screen. I'm not even at initiative yet. Although I can just do that.
Nice roll.
Hells yeah.
There we go. Alright. We got you an initiative of 23. So let's do this. Initiative. And so with a 23, Cesare, as soon as I can get you in the actual tracker here, because you don't have a token on the field.
Oh, shit.
There we go.
My bad.
Add turn. 23. And it looks like, Cesare, you are the first one to act, my man. So let me kind of describe. You're currently probably about 60, 70 yards or so away from where this elemental is that is turning back at you from the tree line. And there is a bunch of rubble and burning ship kind of in the path along the way. And there's a tight tree line along both sides of this particular path.
So, when you said 50, 60 yards, did you mean feet? Or do I have to multiply that by 3 to all the shit?
Probably about yards or so. So, you're let's say you're about 180 feet away.
Let's say 150 feet away.
You're about 180 feet away.
Alright. I move exactly 30 feet towards the thing so that I'm within 150 feet of it, and I cast Sleet Storm because Cesare is super excited to finally get to cast Sleet Storm.
Yeah, give it to me.
Sleet Storm until the spell ends. So I cast a 20-foot tall by 40-foot radius. So Jesus, 80-foot diameter cylinder. That seems big. Basically, I'm casting a sleet storm around this guy and our ship to put it out if possible, just cause. So this guy's made of fire, so I'm assuming this kills him. But on the off chance it doesn't, he has to make a dex save. And on a failed save, he's prone. No matter what, this thing is centered on this guy. So he is in difficult terrain from now on. His movement is... I don't know, what is that, halved?
Yep.
And he's I don't think he's concentrating on his spell, so none of the rest of this matters.
Okay.
And as the bonus action, Cesare is going to pat himself on the back, granting himself bardic inspiration.
So, you go into action, seeing everything on fire in front of you. Your eyes peel off to the right, drifting away from the three tall figures leaving the area. You focus in. You can immediately begin to start pulling on the weave of the magic, feeling it around you. Your breath becomes a little cold as you cast down this sleet storm, and you can see this huge darkened cloud start to form over, and eventually this swirling whirlwind of ice and kind of these flurries shifting and simmering around, and you can see a little bit of black steam coming off from the nearby trees that were on fire where this is centered. And that brings us over to Bran.
Okay, so do I see a bunch of ice blocking my path now?
There is some ice off in the distance, kind of where this elemental is. This fire being.
Oh, okay, so I'm like over 100 feet away still, huh?
You're 180 feet away.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll just kind of. I'll just kind of close in and go into the dodge action.
Okay.
Close in on this thing.
I got you. How far can you move?
80 speed, or 40 speed.
By the way, Bran, you have bardic inspiration because I can't actually cast it on myself. That was me being an asshole.
I don't have a way of refreshing it. Let me just do that. Did that maybe help you there, Malachi?
Did not. But that's okay.
I can see in the tracker you're going to be after the elemental.
Got it.
Oh, I can't see me in the tracker either.
Well,
Okay,
not a big deal.
it's saying
Doesn't matter.
that Cesare is a little loud and that I am a little quiet. Is maybe that a little bit better, Zero? I can eat the mic a little bit. All right.
I can talk more
So
softly.
that brings us over to Rivermire. What would you like to do, Rivermire?
Bonus action dash to get a range of 150.
Yep, you're there.
Cool. And you know what I'm doing. Ka-dunk. 21 for 11 plus 8 plus that. 31.
You're following back in behind Brand. You bring up Kahunir, your bow. You knock an arrow, fire off. You knock another arrow, fire off. You've got a good idea on where this elemental is, as it's kind of giving off this eerie red and orange glow from this storm that is whipping about near the tree line. And absolutely, both of your arrows find their mark, seemingly.
It's just one.
Oh, that's right. Excuse me.
I was just doing the extra damage for assassination. That's all.
I got you. So what's the total here?
4250.
The 17 gets there for 50 damage. Oh my gosh. So, and you can kind of hear this like kind of shrieking sound, this kind of horrible loud grinding and yet shrieking sound coming from this thing, almost like it has two voices.
So I noticed like any like blood or like flame blood or anything.
It's
different?
it's so covered up and swirling from all this that's going on, kind of in the middle of this
I forgot about the
storm.
sleet storm. I forgot about that. Yeah, we're good.
You don't really see anything directly. Now this thing is going to start off with a saving throw. What is your DC?
Because I have my loot, it is 17.
Very nice.
Wow. So, slowly moving out and towards through a little bit of the sleet storm, you can see this thing kind of like, you can almost see the armed form of it as it kind of seems to wisp up into this dancing fiery form and then back down into something more humanoid and again kind of blazing out wildly. And it appears to be making its way slowly through the storm itself, moving closer and closer, but it doesn't seem to be going fast. And again, it's giving off this just this horrible sound that sounds like two voices, something unnatural from this material plane. Malachi.
Alright, does it, or when I saw it, did it look like it was hovering or like it would be walking on the ground?
It does not look it does not appear to be flying or hovering.
Okay. I would like to cast, well, I will cast Spike Growth on the area in between. So I'll probably, if I can do this, I'd like to kind of pick a spot sort of 10 feet. So like the center of this should be about 10 feet closer to us. So it'd have like 30 feet to get there if it went like furthest end to furthest end to try and get to us.
Okay.
I'll have to move up 30 feet to do that, but I've got a range of 150.
So you're trying to put this thing in between you guys, right?
I'm trying to put like, I want it to be inside of the radius, but not all the way in the radius. So it'd be like 10 feet from the edge, with more of it in between us than on the other side of us.
I understand. Okay. So you come up and you start to see these roots taking place and twisting and disappearing behind the flurry that is Cesare's sleet storm. And you're not quite sure how far in it goes because it's really hard to see both from the distance and from the storm that's going on. Cesare, that is back to you. We don't hear you, boss man.
Cesare is going to unmute, and then he's going to, feeling real cool about himself from having done that sleet storm, he's going to fire off 2 quick longbow bolts right into this guy's face.
Arrows.
Yeah, but bolts sounded cooler in context. Yeah. Not gonna use
I think he
luck or
should be at
anything, so.
disadvantage because he's trying to use crossbow bolts with his longbow.
I concur. No, I'm kidding. So again, you knock an arrow and you fire it off. Even though it's difficult to see through the sleet storm once the arrow goes into it, you have a pretty good grasp on where this fire elemental is because of the glow that it's giving off. And you fire off one, you feel like it's close, you fire off a second, but you're not sure if either hit.
Yeah, okay, and then I'm just gonna give Bardic Inspiration to Longmire. Rivermire.
Nice.
Bran.
Alright, Bran's gonna burst into a rage. Try to get close enough to throw a javelin.
You can certainly do that. I'll let you get probably about 30 feet away. Now let's say 15 feet away from the edge of the spike growth. You're pretty close to the beast.
Okay. I guess I could throw 2 javelins, but 11 for 7 and 12 for 5.
So again, you kind of have the same thing as you just go into a furious rage. You close in, you jump over part of the broken ship, you're closing in, you grab one javelin, you put all your body into it, you grab a second, you're putting all your body into it. You're not quite sure if they found their marks or not as they disappear into the sleet storm. But you don't hear any sort of loud screaming from the beast. Rivermire.
Can my elven eyes see him?
Yeah, I mean, it's glowing.
And there's no allies there yet, right?
Correct.
Cool. Does Rumeyer feel like he sees him?
You're not sure.
Is there any thing to hide behind?
There is a lot of the broken, smoldering ship about. And you can hook around to the far left and cut, as you look back over to the right side, you can kind of try to swing around behind where the actual sail part, the balloon portion of the airship.
I'm going to pop off an arrow at this thing, and then I would like to use my movement to get to something I can hide behind, and then use the bonus action to hide.
Yeah, give it to me.
Cool. I have a 14 for 12.
You fire off your arrow as you're turning and running. You slide down beneath, next to a small section of the actual airship, not too close from the kind of smoldering bits, a few further feet away. And as you do, you're kind of behind this large plank-like section, and you see one of the cultists' body is kind of smashed and bloodied underneath, right in front of you as you attempt to hide.
Cool.
Rumeyer always happy if someone's died.
Maybe.
Awesome! We killed one. So you see this thing come flying out of this sleet storm. It kind of breaks free, but it doesn't get very far as it's continuing to kind of pull and climb its way. More steam coming off, and as it gets closer to the edge, you can see more of the black steam rifling off of this thing as it steps onto the plant growth, and you can see already the spike growth that you've laid down, Malachi, start to catch fire. Bran, you're the closest to this thing, and you could probably get there pretty quickly, but it moves slow enough for you to kind of get back and adjust it for your next attack. Malachi.
Yep.
What do you want to do?
So does it take any damage from the
It might have.
spike growth? Okay, fair enough. I can see it pretty well right now.
You can see it. It is finally free of the sleet storm.
All right, I'm gonna blast the fuck out of it with a lightning bolt.
Not wrong.
As Malachi is wont to do. Oh, level 3. Oh wow, what a crap roll.
Wow. Dex save. What's your DC?
16.
Yeah. You can, as you send out this lightning bolt flying just past Bran, it knocks this thing squarely, but it almost seems like it chipped through it, and it doesn't seem to be slowing the elemental.
Did it look like it was in pain at all when that happened, or it was upset, or it just it was like a ghost?
You're not certain, because this form, it keeps getting large and waving like an open flame, and then suddenly your eyes can see a humanoid figure to it, and almost like a mouth and eyes, and then it's gone instantaneously. So you're not even really sure what exactly it is when you're attacking or where you're attacking. But you did not hear any sort of scream or anything like that. Cesare.
How far is this thing from me now? It's 60 feet? Or 110
yeah,
feet?
I'd say it's about 80, 90 feet or so.
Okay.
You're the furthest from it.
Oh, then yeah, Cesare's feeling fine. He's just gonna pop off 2 more arrows.
Yeah, 22 for 8 and 11. You know that your first arrow found its mark as it dives right through the fire and it lands on the other side, burning as it burns up. Your second arrow goes tall and high to the left side of it. Do you want to move?
I'll move. How far am I from Bran?
Bran's really close to it. Bran's only about 15 feet away from it.
Alright, I'll move 30 feet towards everything.
Okay. Bran,
Theater of the mind.
Bran, this thing is on the edge of the spike growth. So you can either step into just a little bit of it, I'm going to say 5 feet or so, or you could maybe move up to the edge of it and try to keep it inside of it, or you can hold action just to kind of give you an idea on if it comes closer. I'll let you act to give you an idea on where it exactly this elemental is for you.
Yeah, I wait at the edge of the spike growth, and if I can't melee from that distance, I'll go into the dodge action.
I got you.
I'll actually hold action.
Okay.
instead of
Rivermire.
dodge.
Cool. I'm gonna pop out behind the crate, just looking at a dead body. Rivermire doesn't think too much about it, and fires off another
stunned.
arrow. And if it didn't see me coming, then I get into sneak attack. But if it did, oh well.
Yeah, you're good to go.
Nice. That's and then I rehide. Bonus action hide
Okay, give me
behind
a
the
stealth.
crate again. I
me
sure
stealth.
will.
A 28 for 22 damage as you fire off an arrow. Again, much like Cesare, it seems to whip right through this thing, but you're not sure if it sees you or not as you kind of duck back down.
Where is stealth? There
The
it is.
elemental moves up and it sort of seems to swell at the edge. As it closes in, Bran, I'll let you take your attack, or I'll let you move up and make your attack if you want.
Yeah.
Now, you are still raging.
Yes, Bran.
Oh, natural 20!
For 21.
27 for 21 slashing, and
Oh,
a 26
brutal.
for 9.
Rolled a 19 and a 20.
Nice.
Good job, dude.
Nice. Okay, so do this for me. I need you to roll me 2 d10s, please.
I knew this was coming.
It's okay. He's only gonna take in reality 1d10.
He's Bran. He can take all the damage.
And as you slice into this thing once and twice, you seem to cleave this thing almost right in half, but it seems like the fire kind of whips back down. You come back across, and flames, before you even realize what had happened from the first strike, go licking up your arms and actually begin to singe all the way up to the shoulder portion of your cloak.
Quick,
This
drop the cloak.
thing retaliates at you, and in essence just moves right in, and it almost
Is it
looks-
burning my cloak?
We'll see. It definitely is singed up here on the bits of the shoulder. This thing comes in, and it almost looks like it goes to hug you, as it just comes in and tries to engulf you. And as it gets closer to you, you can see clearly this face and almost this kind of malice and hatred in its eyes as it comes at you. I have a 16 for 10.
Yeah, 16 hits, 10. Okay.
I have a 21 for 11.
Yep, that hits.
It's 11 more fire damage. I need you to... You become completely engulfed in fire. And you guys look over at Bran, and it almost looks like he's been swallowed by this flame. Does Bran yell? You're currently lit up like a Christmas tree.
So kind of like for a newer player, I'm on fire. I know that's terribly bad, but what are the mechanics for that? Is that actually like fatal after a couple rounds, or?
You're on fire. I'll tell you the mechanics of it. I'll tell you the mechanics of it as they come up.
Alright.
I'm not gonna leave you hanging, I promise. I wouldn't do that to you. But for the most part, without metagaming it, your character is
Fire
on fire.
bad.
Your character is on fire, and it hurts a lot because you are on fire, sir.
Is it still hugging him, or is he just on fire when it let go?
It seems to have almost engulfed him at this point.
Okay.
Malachi.
All right. So I'm going to drop my a hold on spike growth, and I'm going to say, maybe this will make it easier to hit, and cast Fairy Fire at it. I
Now
guess
it's
that
lit up
also
like a
hit.
Christmas tree.
I guess I hit Bran too, which wasn't necessarily intended, but I can't separate them.
Yes. Both of them get lit up. Bran, you don't notice. You don't notice any additional fire. You're just completely orange and red and fire and fire and fire. I know fairy fire is a lot of different colors, but you're too encased at this point to see any of
choose
the others.
green to go with the red. I think they have to take dex saving throws to be outlined or not.
I got you.
In short, it's lit up like a Christmas tree.
Yep, quite literally.
Strangely enough, this thing is not lit up. But Brandon, nothing changes for you. You still see, Brandon. First off, Brandon, you fail. You're lit up, but you still see fire in red and fire in hot yellow flames. Nothing changes for you as far as what you see. Do you want to move, Malachi?
I mean, I'd like to stay in the same rough area as Cesare, but not get any closer than that. I feel there's a good sense of self-preservation.
I'm sorry, I gotta read this. Give a man a fire, keep him warm for a night. Light a man on fire, keep him warm for the rest of his life. Okay. I will let you move up a little bit. Cesare, it is your turn.
All right. How far am I from Bran?
You're 70 feet away from Bran because you were 80 feet away earlier.
Fuck. Okay, not a lot that I can do to help you, Bran. Sorry about that, buddy. I hope you're not on fire someday again. Oh, here's the thing. Can I do some kind of a check to see if I think that my arrows have been doing anything to this guy, to the fire boy?
Yes.
Or Arcana or something? Yeah.
Yes. I'll take an Arcana check.
Fuck. Why did I suggest that? I'm really bad at intelligence.
Oh,
except for
my
this
God.
time.
This time.
Is that a natural? Okay, a 19. You seem to recall stories about these things, and you think that you probably have been affecting this thing with your arrows. You know that even as the stories go that they seem to strike through the fire. You've heard stories that if you keep doing it, eventually these things will in essence disappear.
Cool. And with my 19, do I know what it probably wants? Other than does it just love to kill, or does it want coal to eat?
You have heard stories that elementals are not dumb,
And that it's been enslaved for the last, I don't know, 15 forever days, at least.
that you know of. They're not completely dumb.
It just wants hugs. Alright, I'm going to move 30 feet forward, so now it's about 40 feet from me, if math. And I'm just going to whip off another 2 of these bad boys. And I'm going to use luck on that first one, because I'm sick of only getting half of these. And that didn't.
An 11 lucked into a 7. The first arrow goes wide again. You're not sure where Bran is in the fire. You fire it off a little high. The second one, you think you've got a better grasp as it almost seems to get a little, the flame kind of licks away from him. You fire off the second one, and again, it pierces through the beast. You're not sure how effective it was.
Cool. And
that will bring us to Bran.
Okay.
You are on fire. You can douse the fire if you would like.
Is that like
Stop, drop, roll,
in
stop,
the
drop, roll,
dirt?
stop, drop, roll, stop, drop, roll.
I will tell you this. I need you to roll me a d10.
And take half.
as the flames continue to lick up and around you, engulfing you. So you take 8 damage, half that to 4. You can choose to douse the fire or ignore it.
Brad's caught up in his rage, and he's just gonna and go into reckless mode and attack this thing.
All right, give it to me, boss. A 17 for 7 and a 17 for 7. You don't put the most strength behind these things as you can fill these things, but you just kind of grit through it and you're slashing wildly. And for those of you kind of looking off in the distance at Bran, it almost seems like little sparks are little bits of fire are separating and kind of gone, kind of lighting up as Brand is screaming out in pain. Rivermeyer.
Can I make a perception check to see if this thing has lost any height? Like,
yes.
Less like it's smaller than the beginning of the fight.
You're not 100% sure, since it was in the sleet storm and off in the distance, but you believe it does seem smaller.
Okay, and then second question: do I see anything that might possibly like smother it? Like, you know, like if you put a glass over a candle, there's no oxygen, the flame dies.
There's the balloon, there's the wooden ship that is scattered about on the road, and I can't think of anything other than that.
Okay. So I was gonna shoot it.
I mean, if a sleet storm didn't do it, I don't think a mason jar will.
But that has wind in it. Can I use my bardic inspiration, please?
Yes, you may. On a natural 1, I would not no, you can't do it on a natural 1. Not a natural 1 on an attack. On a skill check, that's different.
Cool.
So yeah, you line up. You're trying to observe for a minute, and as you go to aim your shot, kind of ducking over the bow, the rubble of the ship, the remnants, you fire off. But much like Cesare, you're having a hard time, as the only thing that appears to be crystal clear to you is Bran. His little bit of his head that's sticking out, but now he is also being engulfed with more flames, and it's just a bright mess going on against the outline of the sleet storm behind them. Do you want to hide?
I don't need to hide anymore.
Okay. And the fire elemental continues to make its attacks at Bran. I believe Fairy Fire gives somebody advantage.
It doesn't matter.
If you are...
If
you're affected, yes.
Yeah, okay. Bran, does a 14 hit you?
No.
Okay, so I have a 14 for 7, and then I have a 23 for 9.
That's a hit.
And if you want to roll me a d10, please, sir. And you take 5 more fire damage. You can have that, of course. As this thing is continuing to reach out, you send off an axe. You can hear the arrows going by. You duck the first one. The second one clubs into you. And that brings us over to Malachi.
I'm just going to move up. So I'm 70 feet away or so?
Or so, yeah.
Alright, I'm going to move up the 50 feet that I can and just take the dash action and get closer.
Okay. You're trying to close in on Bran and the elemental?
Yeah, and I'm going to go ahead and drop Fairy Fire because it doesn't seem to be affecting the elemental and only hurting my friend.
I got it. That brings us to Cesare. Bran is almost fully engulfed in flames at this point. What do you want to do?
But he's still 40 feet from me, so there's not a whole lot that I can do. I'm gonna probably be pretty boring and just... Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna move another 15 feet, because, well...
Don't
Do I have any...
worry about the mechanics. What are you trying to do?
I want to move close enough that I can eventually touch him without getting eaten by a fire monster.
Well, that might be a tough proposition.
Let's just say I'm keeping him between me and the fire monster.
Yeah, you can move up. You can close in on him this round if you want, but you can't touch him yet. And
I'm gonna
you can close all the way in on him, be right next to him if you'd like.
Yep, and then I'm going to do Dissonant Whispers on this fire monster.
Yeah, will you cast it for me?
Oh shit, sorry, I keep forgetting that it does that. 1 sec.
For those of you guys hanging out with us on the stream, we appreciate it.
Why the fuck does it keep doing that? Alright, give me 1 sec, sorry. You whisper a discordant melody that only the creature of your choice within range can hear, racking it in terrible pain. For all the numbers other than 10.
Wisdom of 17?
Hells yeah. You could just ask me that.
Again, you hear this loud, horrible shriek go out, kind of over even all of the combat throws. You feel like it was very effective.
Hells yeah. Cesare is gonna feel good about himself for a minute. And that's the end of my turn.
Bran! Roll me a d10, please, sir. Please take 4 more fire damage. Barbarians taking half damage and everything is bullshit.
You gotta admit, though, I would probably never pick that if it didn't have the damage.
Yeah, that's probably true.
But, okay. Brian's screaming on fire, screaming in pain. He's gonna use the disengage action, and is the river nearby?
Nope.
Well, the sleet storm's still happening, right?
There is still the sleet storm, and there's a clear path to it. Like the spike growth is gone.
I guess I will go to the sleet storm and try to put myself out.
You can try to attempt to douse the fire if you want by doing that.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Do you want to just try to like stop, drop, and roll and douse the fire, or do you want to go into the sleet storm?
If I can get to the...
There's no mechanical issues if you want to just stop, drop, and roll.
I'll stop, drop, and roll like a boss.
So Bran, who has finally dropped his axe, come down from his rage, and you can see him desperately trying to kick up the dirt from the road up on him as he's trying to put his cloak out and put himself out. Rivermeyer, you now no longer see Bran engulfed in combat with the elemental, and it's let off this horrible shriek. What do you want to do?
Shoot it, like always. It's pretty.
I want to shoot it with my bow. 29. Absolutely. Is that not a that's a 19? Wow.
29. Is anybody around it?
No one is around it at this point, threatening it.
Perfect.
So 29 for 6.
Yeah.
You fire off your arrow, you know it's made its mark, you're not sure how effective it is, and this thing is continuing screaming, and in addition to that top voice, it has that deep growl to it, and this thing proceeds to whip and whisk around, and it seems to be fleeing from Bran. Malachi.
I'll roll up. I'll walk up. I can make it to Bran, right? You're muted, Cody, I think.
You can close in on Bran this round if you want.
Okay. I'll jog up to Bran and be like, looking a little toasty there, friend. And I will hit him with a level 2 Cure Wounds for 16 points.
And you can see as you kind of go up and you finish patting him down, and you can see the burn marks and the smoldering, boiling skin already on him. He's covered in dirt all the way up to his face. This smells like burnt hair, and his cloak has His cloak has burned, singed on the shoulders, but it has burned all the way up from the bottom, and it has holes in it. It's about half a cloak at this point. His leather is scorched from his pants, and you proceed to kind of heal him and ease some of his burdens. Cesare.
Where am I in relation to the fire elemental now? He ran away, right?
Yeah, he ran away, and he moves quick.
Cool. How far?
He moved 100 feet away.
Damn, son. All right. That's impressive. So I'm just gonna put a couple arrows in his back, like the coward I am, and then I'm gonna try to heal Bran a little bit more.
16 for 9 and a 23 for 10. Please describe your killing blow, Cesare.
Cesare, still kind of riding high on the fact that he was able to make it run away, thus saving his friend Bran, is full of righteous self-regard and feeling real good about himself, pulls back on his bow, kind of looks over at Rivermire and gives like a little head nod, and then lets go without looking. It flies right towards the fire elemental as it's still running away, scared as hell because Cesare is mad, intimidating, and pierces it right through the back head, coming out of its eye. If they have any kind of solid pieces to them, knocking out a solid piece, and the fire elemental like dissipates in a giant puff of smoke, or whatever Cody decides happens.
No, that is perfectly acceptable. That is exactly what happens.
Well done.
And as you guys kind of settle down from the combat, and a bit of quiet falls over the area, there's a little bit of smoldering going on from the ship, a little bit of fire coming from the forest, but it doesn't look too bad. The tree line isn't so thick, you're not sure if it's going to spread or not at this point. It might. But you hear from underneath part of the boat, of the ship.
Bran, I didn't know you could throw your voice like that.
I think maybe one of those manticores are not all the way dead. We could go over there and slay it.
As much as I love our hilarious penchant for collecting trophies from all of our kills, I think perhaps it is one of our erstwhile crew members. Cody, my sleet storm's not putting out any of these other fires that were by our boat or whatever.
It is the area that it's by, but you can't move the sleet storm.
How much space is not being covered by the sleet storm?
At this point, there are a few points of trees still kind of on the edge near the sleet storm, in fact.
Rivermire looks at the fire, and he looks at Brand, and he just says, "Remind you of anything?" And then he goes and looks for the voice.
Does it look like we could put this out if we tried, Cody, or is it like a little bit much at this point?
At this point, I mean, unless you have some sort of magic that might be able to help with this, you have probably 5 or 6 trees kind of about pine trees, and they're not tight onto the trees around them, but it could be a problem.
So they wouldn't all be on a separate 80-foot diameter area, would they?
No.
How many
you could probably get most of them with one of those.
Okay, I'll cast Sleet Storm to try and put out the fire. As many as I can.
Okay.
Wasteful. I'm going to let my Sleet Storm dissipate, because it's a concentration thing, I think.
I got you.
Cool.
Is the fire all the way out where he put his at?
Yeah, Rivermire goes towards the voice.
As you kind of look and you dig through, and you can see, moving one last piece, kind of sitting up and pinned against part of the ship, there is a huge piece of wood splintered, sticking through one of the cultists.
Which one?
It appears to be Laz.
Rivermeyer goes and puts a hand on Laz's shoulder, okay? And he just says, "So what's happened?"
Giants. Giants.
Stone?
I believe so.
Um,
He's kind of holding his gut, and you can see his clothes are just soaked in blood that is pooling around.
So let me.
Around them at this point.
Rivermeyer's going to do an assessment. Does Rivermeyer think that my buddies can fix this guy, or not?
I don't know. Why don't you make me a knowledge arcana check?
Sure.
Because
Rivermeyer does not. Remember, Rivermeyer is stingy about like not turning into a bird. Okay.
Let's see if that is within your realm of possibility here. Might be able to save his life.
So Rivermeyer still got his hand on his shoulder, and he just says, "All right, you've got two options. You've got the live a horrible life and remember this day for the rest of your life and be in pain, or you can go join your friend, Lord whatever, the dragon. Cloth."
Live.
Yeah, Cesare immediately casts Healing Word on this guy and just, like, gives Rivermeyer a look like, what the fuck, dude?
Rivermeyer immediately stands up and just says, "What? You've never put anything out of the misery?" And he just walks off.
Cesare, you realize you're going to probably have to remove... you're probably going to have to remove the piece of the ship that is currently impaled Laz.
How big of a piece are we talking?
Man, it's a pretty big chunk. I'd say maybe 3 inches by 4.5 inches, 5 inches or so. It's a pretty nasty chunk. Without healing magics, he may not be long for this world.
Yeah, I'm gonna call Bran. Bran!
He needs something far beyond just natural medicines.
Yeah, dog, Healing Word. Bran! Come over here, my big friend.
You see Bran splashing some wine in his eyes because they're so dry. He's just like trying to get his eyes watered up.
And wine's the way to do that.
That's all I have. I don't have water. Yes, Desiree. What do you need?
I also like that you
help.
weren't willing to put yourself out using the wine either. The wine was far too precious to be wasted saving your life.
I do aim it so it like dribbles down to my mouth. So
Right.
it's not wasted.
From eyes directly into mouth. Got it. Bran, I will need your help. We must remove this piece from our friend Laz here. I do not think that I can do it on my own. Please, I shall hold him whilst you remove this liver.
I analyzed the wound.
His liver or the wood?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
I'd also like to maybe do medicine. Right, yeah. Can we both do medicine to like make sure we don't kill him as we're removing them?
I'm trying to determine if I need to pull it forward or pull it out.
I would say, you know what? I think that you would be able to remove this together without a medicine check, considering that you have healing magic literally ready to go. I'd say that you don't need to make a check. You'll be pretty confident that this is going to be nasty and gruesome, but doable.
Yeah, we do that then.
I guess I yank it out.
And you can see him almost collapse from the pain. Immediately, Cesare, you're going into your healing magic. And in a matter of moments, the screaming has stopped. And you have one breathing, healed, if you could call it that, at least alive, Laz, who is passed out in the midst of this airship rubble.
Well, now we have this shit to deal with.
Rivermeyer, like, looks at the blood. Is it red?
Yes.
He feels it. Does it feel like normal blood?
It looks normal to you.
Okay.
I mean,
Laz, how long until you could build us a new ship?
I think he's...
Yeah, he's out. He's out.
I slap him awake.
You can wake him up violently if you so wish. Which apparently you do. Yes. Yes. What is
How long till you could build us a new ship? I'm kind of like shaking him.
He just looks at you for a moment, and he kind of looks around. And then for the first time since you have met Laz, he shows some emotion. And he just looks at you and says, I can't fucking build you a ship!
I like open his. I'm like open. Try to get him to open his mouth, and I have the wineskin.
And he reaches up, he grabs it.
Dude, all you need to get better
I'm not a
is booze
shipwright.
and, like, some pain medicine. You be alright.
I don't think there's pain medicine in ancient
what your
fantasy
magic
realms.
That's what your magic was.
Kind of,
We'll
I guess.
work on it. We'll talk later, okay, Laz?
Brad, you do remember the thing that caught everything on fire, right?
Yeah.
That's what they used to power the ship. Chesray put an arrow through the back of it, and it... Whew. So, how are we gonna fly the ship? Even if Laz builds one, which, by the way, you should totally build one! As I yell at his sleeping, unconscious body.
He takes no notice.
Maybe we could substitute some type of other heat source. Heck, I could even make a fire.
Yes, but I think it's one that would probably catch the new ship on fire. Anyways.
Cody.
So, he said before before the thing was removed from his body, that stone giants did this.
Yes, I think, my friends, that alright, time out. Cody,
I'm listening.
I understand the realities of the situation, but if Cesare had unlimited funds and time, could he build one of these ships himself?
Yeah. You could pay you could make another airship happen potentially with enough money and time.
That wasn't my question. With enough money, do I have the knowledge that I could build it myself with these two fantasy hands?
You could probably study with the shipwright to build one. But like right now, no.
Do I have enough knowledge to bluff that I could build one?
Yes. Potentially.
Alright. Gonna keep that in my back pocket. Alright, my friends. I think that, unfortunately, we are stuck on foot. If, as you say, the stone giants are in the area, then we should certainly make after them. It is better to have them in front of us than behind, as my father always said. But what do we do about this sleeping beauty here?
Leave him.
I do not want to leave my acolyte. Is quite so exposed.
I'm not carrying him. And Bran looks like he's well, judging by his coat that I made for him, that he's already wrecked once and got repaired, looks pretty beat up too. So I doubt he wants to carry him too.
Having all that weight on my skin right now, my skin might come clean off.
See, Bran's afraid of losing his skin.
Afraid? It's pretty harsh.
You know, I think in this circumstance, it's
Can you guys...
a valid concern.
Let's see if I can't...
No.
Alright, can you guys see... Wait. Come on, Shadow. There we go. Can you guys see the first one there?
Looks like a...
Pear.
Squash?
That's the normal
like a pear
Do you
shape.
see this one?
That's my.
I get it.
That's about what's left of the cloak. God, I can't get that done. That's about what's left of your cloak.
I
Looks
take
like a
the cloak
ZZ
off
Top
and
beer.
put it in the bag of holding just to keep later.
Brenda will be so pleased. I will
Let's,
let you guys, if you want. I think that it is not unreasonable that with time, you could manage to get the sail in a rolled up fashion enough that you could kind of feed it slowly through to the bag of holding if you so choose.
Why would we do that?
The balloon? Oh, Phil was talking about rebuilding the airship. That's all I was mentioning.
Oh, I'm 100% doing that, Dan. No, that is in the bag now. I would, however,
Okay,
like to
well, while
also
he's doing that-
construct
It is tattered
something.
and probably will need to be patched.
Yeah, it's in the bag of holding now, though. So I'd also like to try to at least find a board or something that I can put Laz on to, I don't know, drag him to the woods or something.
Right, where there's wolves that will eat him instead of, the shipwreckage where he can kind of hide behind some shelter.
Better wolves than giants.
I don't think giants have already got what they wanted. They're gonna, they've already smashed the thing.
You are making some serious assumptions about what giants do.
Giants die. That's the whole point of the campaign.
All right. While they're dicking around with Laz, I've been trying to use my magic to put out the fires, and if there's a tree that's also on fire that I couldn't get with the first spell, I'm gonna try and knock it down with my mace, or put it out or something.
Yes, I think that's doable. Absolutely.
All right. Then I'm gonna have a drink and take a nap.
Yeah, Rivermire's gonna rest for 4 hours.
You guys are gonna
Before he
rest right
puts
here
out
on the
the
road
last of the fire.
with the airship.
Yeah, we'll just sit with Laz for the night, and then in the morning he's on his own.
As much as I would love to take a long rest, I kind of feel like we should track those giants. Maybe not fight them, but at least see where they're going.
Oh, I didn't mean a long
giant-
rest. I just meant
Are there giant footsteps in the ground?
If you yes.
Are they trackable?
Probably yes.
Just right. They're not going anywhere, and I doubt that it rains tomorrow, seeing as it's a clear sky. Let's sleep for a little bit. I'm exhausted. Ren looks exhausted. You look exhausted, honestly. I can never tell with a dwarf.
I have to say, I am certainly feeling my age at this moment. I think that our friend Laz could certainly use some shelter. Lehman's tiny hut.
Got it.
Oh, also, apparently
I
I
got
can
you,
decide what it looks like from the outside. So it looks like an ice cream truck.
No. That's how dungeon mastering works sometimes. I know that Matt from A Fistful of Dice says never just tell your players no. But no, it does not look like an ice cream truck from the outside.
Fine, a giant top hat then.
I will accept this.
Deal.
Rivermire takes
Manicore steaks.
Brand's cloak out of the bag of holding, and he folds it up into bunny-looking ears, and then he comes out of the hat and he just says, "Rabbit out of the hat." He comes back in.
For Rivermire, that's like a top joke. That's a top tier guest.
Yeah.
We're on stitches.
Malachi's just in shock.
Bran, you're cutting up some Manicore steaks. Rivermire is making a strange to character joke. And yes, you guys are pulling Laz inside of a top hat. And so yeah, who's are you guys all just switching off on shifts tonight and healing up?
Like always, Rivermire sleep for the first 4 hours and then take the rest of the time.
Like always, Cesare doesn't see the need to post a watch because we're in an indestructible house, magical house.
Who told you it was indestructible?
I mean, pretty indestructible, right?
There's a spell called
Dispel.
Dispelled Magic. It's like instantly gone.
So a random ass wit. Fine, I'm taking a goddamn watch.
Brad never takes watches. He's so greedy.
He doesn't use it.
He's just like, no, I need to sleep.
Fuck you guys.
burnt
I'm
up.
tired.
I
right.
have a question. Is Malachi? How is Malachi feeling after his encounter with the fire elemental?
Malachi didn't get that close, and it died, so he's kind of happy about how that all turned out. I don't think he would have been that cool if he'd been lit on fire.
While Cesare is taking his watch, River Myers is resting. You see some movement out of the wood, Cesare, and you see a humanoid figure kind of limping towards you at the hut. It's really dark with your human eyes, so you can't make out exactly what it is, but it's a humanoid figure, and they appear to be kind of hunched over and making their way to you.
I'm sorry. What's he stumbling towards?
You.
Towards.
Yeah, but what does it look like to him?
A humanoid.
What does he think he's? What does he think? What does the humanoid think it's stumbling towards?
A top hat.
Right.
Goddamn right.
So Cesare pokes his head out of the top hat.
Don't fuck with the dungeon master. Okay? It's not a good look.
Okay, hold on. So for Lehman's tiny hut, I can or can't cast spells through it.
You can.
This spell can move through. Yeah, so I'm safe and sound inside there, and I'm casting light, so I can try to see this guy.
So you cast light on something. Are you gonna kind of throw something out in that direction?
Can I just cast it on like it?
It's not beaming from the inside because it's opaque. Otherwise, they would be able to see you on the interior.
No, I meant like cast it on the shambling humanoid figure.
Okay.
Or, like on his boot or something.
This figure is probably 30, 40 feet away from you. What are you casting light on?
All right, fine. I cast light on.
It's an object.
Yeah, I was thinking I would cast it on like his shoe or its shoe, or just like a rock near it. But
I mean, it could be as simple as lighting up a coin and throwing it out there.
all right, let's do that. And yeah.
So you cast light. I'll say that Bran and Rivermire, you guys kind of can see some light going on. Malachi, you're still asleep, bud.
Yeah, definitely.
And as you send this coin out into the distance, Cesare, you light up. You see a woman who appears to be bloodied and dirtied in black leather and a long blonde hair with branches and leaves in it, and kind of neatly tied up on the other side. Kind of limping towards you and grabbing her knee. Cesare. And it appears to be Perella.
It's the one we burned, right?
No, that's Kella.
No,
Getting my notes.
It's one of the cultists.
Oh yeah, I popped my head out. Perella, quick, come. My God, how did you escape?
I was thrown. As she kind of climbs in.
All right, so does this wake me up?
Yes.
The yelling?
It's not
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, Cesare is yelling at her.
You're fair. That's totally fair. Absolutely. You're awake if you want to be.
All right. I look up, I see her. Is she close enough to touch without moving?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to heal her, and then I'm going to go back to sleep.
Yeah. So half awake, you kind of look up, realize it's her. You kind of make a quick assessment. You just lazily reach your hand out. You can feel the magic working through you as you pull on the weave, and her skin begins to give off a soft pink glow in the area that you grab her, and you heal her up a bit, roll back over, and go to sleep. It's good to see that Laz made it as well.
Yes, Laz is sleeping soundly. We were able to patch up the worst of his damage and heal him as we did you. This was unbelievable. We looked away for a moment and the carnage that we returned to. What did this to you? The Laz said something of giants?
There was a boy. He was running, and then we saw them coming. I ran. I ran far to the woods.
Wait.
But they found me.
You said you were thrown.
Wait, you're
Not
meditating,
that you ran.
homie.
Are you talking to me?
Me? I was talking to Rivermeyer saying he's meditating.
Oh.
You were screaming.
Listen, y'all are all awake if you want to be.
Alright.
You were screaming.
Yes, I tried to hide in the forest. But it found me.
It?
Right? It?
Yes.
What found you?
The giant.
And yet you stand before us with all of your arms and legs.
It flung me. I hit a tree.
Come.
It took me 3 hours to walk back when I woke. I could smell the burnt tree bits and, well, the hair.
Perella, this can wait. Please sit. And I give her I do something very un-us-like, and rather than throwing questions at her immediately, I act like a fucking host and like sit her down and give her some wine and tell her to heal and like take it easy for a minute. Then I'm assuming she's in a slightly less terrible mood now.
Yeah, she seems to have composed herself if you want to wait for her to do that. Rivermeyer and Bran, are you guys going to let her relax and compose herself as well? Or
Rivermeyer was asking questions because he doesn't understand why she would say that she was thrown yet ran away. Because that doesn't add up to what she first said.
Because she is... you didn't say that in character, so never mind.
So what question do you want to ask her?
So you were thrown, but you ran.
Yes, I ran when I saw the giants coming. It found me, and it threw me.
And you were thrown when? Where at?
In the woods. My dear Lord,
Right.
Why do you press with such questions?
Considering that we just slayed your beast, the giants are gone and the rest of your crew is dead, but yet you seem to be fairly in shape. And the fact that you're lying.
I'm not lying.
I'll watch you for the rest of the night. If I don't like what you do, I'll kill you. And then Romar goes back to his corner, and he throws his head up.
She kind of looks over at you pleadingly, Bran, for somebody to jump in. And she kind of just sits there stunned, not doing anything.
Bran's asleep.
Bran's like, I'm going back to sleep, man.
Alright, in that case, Cesare is gonna try to comfort her, like, please do not mind the elf. As you know, he has been through a very hard time. His beloved recently died. There was a giant he was having an affair with. It was a horror story. Please don't worry. But please sit and relax. And also, I want to know if anything about her reaction when Rivermeyer accused her of lying makes me think she might be lying.
There is nothing that she says that gives you the impression that she is lying. Your 21 insight doesn't tip you off or make you think differently that she would not be telling the truth.
Cool. You mentioned a boy. Tell me more of this.
It was a boy. He was running. We were mending the ship, making assessments. And then we could hear them and see them coming off in the distance. I ran into the woods, and that's where they found me. That's where the giant found me. That
Damn it,
dog-eared
woman, are you-
bastard.
Wait, what? Dog-eared?
It's an insult.
About giants?
She kind of looks at you confused.
I am from the Munche Isles. I am not from here. You must accept my strange eccentricities.
Yes, well, I don't know what of the boy. Or what happened to the ship. Cloth will kill me when he finds out.
Do not concern yourself with the affairs of dragons at this moment, my dear. Tell me, you are a navigator. Tell me, from which direction to which direction was the boy running? Was the sun in the eyes of the giants? Look at this as a general would survey the field, and tell me what you can.
He was coming
Where did
along
this
the
boy come
eastern
from?
road. So did the giants behind him. That's where I left. I knew that without you around, we had no chance. There was no ship to defend, so I fled.
Wait. You fled, but you didn't make any of the others go with you. And you say there's no ship to defend yet. It was still intact when we left, just the balloon was dumb.
The others yelled at me to stay, but I didn't want to die. And with her outburst, you kind of hear Laz. What's going on? Perella? Is that you? And she kind of looks down. And he lunges at her across you and begins to attack her and try to choke her.
So Malachi wakes up at this. And is like, "Do you guys ever shut up? It's the middle of the night." And he pushes his way out of the tiny
You
hut.
traitor! Are you guys going to let him do this or break him?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Rivermire's totally like, okay, cool.
Yeah, no, Cesare is gonna garrote the guy.
You're gonna. How are you gonna?
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Drop a
man.
bow.
I'm kidding. All right, I'm kidding. Yeah, absolutely. So, I will let you pull you, Bran. What are you doing here, man?
You see Bran shift on the ground, but he's still asleep.
He's just like, whatever. I don't like these fucking cultists, anyways. Yeah, so Cesare, you're the only one, and you're struggling to keep him, but eventually you're able to pull him off. Did you see what happened? They all died! Yes, but it was our duty to stay with the ship! It was our duty to Cloth! When he finds out, you'll be dead. I know! But better to live a few more days than knowingly perishing against the giants!
Rivermire just kind of looks over at Cesare and he just kind of, like cows.
Like cows?
Referring to his statement earlier.
Okay.
I'll leave. I'll leave. And she tries to leave unless you guys stop her.
No, Perella, you do not need to leave. This man has no authority in the top hat of Cesare. This place is a sanctum. It is safe for you. Laz, another outburst like that, and I will let Rivermire have his bloody way with you.
What are you talking about, Cesare? She's the one I want to kill right now. Laz is right. If you sign up for something, you follow it all the way through.
Not 10 days ago, you were all about releasing that fucking fire monster yourself and killing all of these guys. What? It's like I do not know when you are coming or going.
Okay, Cesare, it's simple. You see, when you sign up for a duty, you do it. Laz is correct here in this statement.
Better believe I am.
But when you serve on a crew with Cesare Ducat, you look out for your crew members.
Right,
and if nothing else, you give them a chance to speak.
She left and didn't help him and all of that, so that's what happened. She just left.
She leaves and walks off into the distance. Hi, Mom!
Hi, Mrs. Lewis. Can Dan come out and play?
Oh, that's too funny. Yeah, so she leaves.
Yeah, Rimai doesn't care. Rimai goes back to his corner with his hood up.
Laz lays down, covers up where he can, and he tries to go back to sleep.
Did she go at the main entrance?
Yeah, I'm just gonna say that she kind of wafted through the bubble that is this this hut.
Top hat.
This.
What are the odds that she would have tripped over Malachi sleeping on the ground outside of the bubble where it's quiet?
Not very high.
All right, fair enough.
And so she disappears off into the night. Unless somebody goes after her, you guys will wake up in the morning.
Yeah, I feel like Desiree would go after her. As much as that continues this non-getting us anywhere conversation. Yeah, Desiree's going after her and like, Perella, wait, these people are fools. This is a dangerous place. You cannot go off on your own.
She's walking over to the ship parts and she's digging. I'll be fine. I'm totally capable of defending myself. Aha! And she reaches down and she holds up a sword. Perfect.
Holy fuck, where did that come from?
Among the wreckage. Only had a scabbard for it. Oh! And she finds a scabbard and begins to tie it down onto herself.
Wait, is there any other good stuff out here?
Well, I mean, it's the remnants of the ship, man. I mean, it was all the stuff that you guys had on the ship, including the storage room.
I remember food and no alcohol and no mention of weapons.
And hammocks.
They had their weapons to defend themselves, absolutely. Maybe I'm not finding what the difficulties are here. They had like swords and stuff on them to defend themselves.
Oh yeah, no, you're good.
So she looted a corpse.
Yes.
was that her saying yes, or were you answering Chris's question?
No, that was her saying yes. I didn't hear Chris's question. I'm sorry. She's.
But also yes. Perella.
What?
Where will you go? Do you even know this area?
I'm not telling you. I'm gonna run. I'm gonna run from Cloth. He's gonna find me, but I'm gonna make it hard.
Cloth is not the only danger here, Perella.
Oh, I know. But we've been traveling with this ship over these lands for a year or so. I'll be alright. And she turns to walk up the road and head back towards Loudwater.
Cloth's time is at an end. He will not survive this year.
If the gods are willing, you're correct. And she begins to jog off into along the road.
Okay, did what I could. Going back to the top hat.
As you enter the top hat, Rimai is sitting in the corner, and he's taking a piece of the wood from the ship, and he's got crackers hanging out, and he's just literally whittling it on it. And when Cesare comes back in, he just says, "So you couldn't save her?"
I feared that the damage done to her by this cloth is too great for even the love of Cesare to fix.
From his cot rolled over on his side, Cloth will find her. He'll find me. But at least I didn't flee.
Yes, and what will Cloth...
Oh, yes, Cesare, continue.
And what will Cloth do? Your benevolent, all-seeing, all-powerful Dragon Master? What will he do to one who failed him as you did, Laz?
I dare not dream.
Then perhaps you should start dreaming about how you can be of some help to us.
I think he already has it. See, if Cloth is going to find him, that means we're going to find Cloth. And once we find Cloth, we're gonna go find the other dragon. And then I'm gonna rip every tooth out of her head and feed it down her neck.
You'll die. Painfully. And it won't even take long.
I survived one. I'll survive another.
We shall see. And he kind of rolls back over and goes to sleep.
Get your sleep, Cesare. I'll finish watching till the dawn.
As Cesare, as you kind of settle back in, the rest of the night seems pretty quiet. You guys wake in the morning. Laz is up and kind of moving and stretching
Rivermire
out.
is gone and gotten breakfast. He's killed some rabbits and got some rabbit stew for everybody.
And you guys kind of stretch out. And yeah, at this point, you guys are in the middle of this path on your way east and up. The airship is gone and destroyed. What would you like to do? Would you like to continue on to the fork between Orbar and Lorkth?
The first thing Rivermire does now that there's light is see if there's giant tracks going into the woods where the dumb chick was talking about.
Yeah, absolutely. If you take a few moments, you can see, in fact, some footprints, a couple of them, in the nearby woods that seem to go well beyond past the airship.
So she did run, and a giant did find her, but that does make her a coward. And then just Rivermire looks towards the other way, towards the tracks down the road where we saw them leaving. Does he seem that, like, he can follow them pretty easily?
Yes. I'm not even going to make you make a check. I think that it's pretty reasonable with 3 of them leading tracks along the actual path that you got a pretty good idea where they're going.
Rivermire just looks to the party. I'm going that way. And he just starts walking.
You're just going to leave all your party members and just start walking off on the path alone?
He made them breakfast. He kept watching while they were sleeping.
What are you doing, Bran, Malachi, and Cesare? What are you guys all doing?
Bran gets up and
Is this thing on?
analyzes his wounds.
You feel much better. The healing magic from Malachi and the rest seems to have done quite a bit for you. And for some reason, the flames don't seem that bad. It's almost like they didn't pierce your skin as they probably should have.
Ah, there's some magic going on. How was the stew?
How was what?
How was the stew? Like, was it good enough that it makes me still want to follow Rivermire, even though I'm kind of pissed off at him?
It was terrible. It was really, really bitter.
It's basically water and
elven
rabbits.
cooking.
But Bran, you feel much better, and you're not quite sure why you aren't burnt up as bad as you are.
I get up and I'm like, Rivermire's right. Let's go track down these giants and take care of them.
Rivermire seeing that
And
his
I follow
not
Rivermire.
coming with him. He kind of just stops and he's like, they led... Guys, alright, it's simple, okay? I'm sorry, they're going to die, probably by the dumb leader dragon thing. We have something else to take care of, like the dead giant's father, and then after that we've got to go back the other way and get the conch. Remember all of that business?
Yes.
So see the giant footprints that they go that way, right? We're on agreement because it was the giants.
Oh, very well. I'll turn into a giant eagle and start scouting.
Okay, are you going to scout east into the north, up through to Oralbar, or are you guys going to pass along to Lorkth?
I'm gonna follow the tracks.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Rivermire's lead on this one.
Okay, so as you guys begin to scout, you realize that you probably weren't that far from the fork in the Greyvale Run as you eventually come to it. And in the road, you see a sign that has been smashed and knocked over. The last little bit of the post is still kind of up in the ground, but the rest has been kind of knocked over. And nearby, you find the remnants of this particular sign with an arrow pointing in two different directions, one saying Earlbar and one saying Lorkth.
Can I detect any tracks in eagle form?
Absolutely. The tracks seem to cut left closer to Oralbar.
All right, I'll sort of swoop down over the party and kind of like do like a little like wingtip. Like,
I need you to roleplay this for me, sir.
be like, woo!
Thank you for the meme.
When did he turn into an owl?
I appreciate it. Yeah, absolutely. So do you guys want to continue on that direction, or do you want to head south towards Lorkth and Parnast, where you think Blagothcus is?
Rivermire's following the tracks. He's made it pretty clear that that's where giants are. That's what he wants to do. And if Malachi sees that they're going that way more easier than him, he's going to follow his lead.
So you guys cut to the north from the Greyvale Run, and soon you find yourselves crossing over the river that is floating up down from the mountains up ahead of you. And as you guys are kind of you're looking, you can see the mountains off into the distance peeking over, even as clouds kind of seem to be forming up and around in this sort of this valley. You on your left side, even farther to the north, almost directly to the north, you can see one large mountain and then another range kind of off into the distance further ahead, more to the east. And eventually, you guys follow along the tracks, and they seem to cut off of the path heading north, following along the river.
Yeah. I mean,
so what do you guys want to do?
The extent that I can, keep scouting where the tracks are.
So yeah, I think we're going to keep following our eagle friend until something significantly changes.
I got you. So at this point, you guys have been traveling for a good portion of the day, and you notice the terrain start to shift from the kind of nice, lush valley to this kind of more rocky, hilly terrain. The terrain in front of you, as you kind of start to cross over in front of the main mountain here, following along with the river, you can see that the tracks becoming harder and harder to distinguish as they are sort of blending in with the rocks and the hilly nature here. What I will need from you is, if you want to continue to track these, you can give me a knowledge, not a knowledge check. Oh my gosh. Give me oh my gosh. What the hell skill am I looking for? Yes,
survival?
Thank you. Wisdom, survival.
Okay.
I don't know why I kept thinking nature. Give me an animal handling check. That's
done
relatable.
And done.
Yeah, give me a whoever wants to track this thing. Give me a.
Probably get
Can
that.
Me and Malachi assist?
Yes.
Like
absolutely.
Together?
I mean,
if anybody assists, you can give him advantage.
I'll assist. I mean, I'm a giant eagle, so I'm not really sure how that ties in here.
Yeah, but you've got better sight than us right now.
I mean, I do have
How
great
about you
sight.
use as an I tell you what, as an eagle above hand, I will let you give me a perception check using your eagle stats if you want to do that instead.
Okay. All right. So eagle means
There's
I have a
Master
plus
Bot.
4 and I get advantage.
I'm just gonna also do the survival here.
All right, and that's enough to give him advantage.
Man, rough.
Ooh.
But yeah.
Why didn't you just roll it off your sheet?
Because I'm in eagle form. It's a
You're in
different.
eagle form. You're right.
Yeah. I wish. I have better perception as Malachi.
You continue to track these along the river, and eventually they seem to kind of cross over the river a bit, and you don't see where they come out the other side.
Remai looks to the party, and then he looks down at Kraken's fang. We all remember when we were on the boat, right? The boat on the water, not the flying one, right?
It is such a funny world that you have to specify that, but yes, we do.
Yes. I'll be right back. Remember, I just start swimming.
Yeah. Much like last time, Gills.
Is he seeing anything out of the ordinary? Where like, is the water super deep? Like, what's going on?
It's rushing. It is not terribly deep here because it's not far from its origin. The river isn't wide like it is much later on, and it is a stream that's kind of rushing down in your directions. And underneath, you can see, kind of a rocky terrain. If you're trying to track them underwater.
No. I'm trying to just see like if like they could have gone anywhere through the like.
Did they disappear through the river?
Yeah.
You don't see any magical portals or anything like that would give you the impression that they faded into the water.
Cool. Rivermouth pops back up, head out of the water. Yeah, I think they just passed over. Shall we continue that way?
Now, at this point, you guys are coming. It's getting closer to the evening from all your day's travel. And literally, as you guys look, to give you an idea, you have probably, I would say probably 210 degrees of mountain. It is almost wrapping around you a little bit in front of you, if that makes sense. And then over to the side is the other larger mountain that you're getting close to passing completely from from where you're heading up the river. So does that make sense to you guys? Hello?
Rivermire, what should we do?
We have a rogue and an eagle. Cesare's taking the back seat here.
I mean,
They just know how to get around in houses. Okay, they don't go out in the wilderness. You're thinking of a ranger right now. Okay.
Elf. Elf.
When is the last time you fought something in a house and not in like the nature?
Video game ever? Yeah. So again, Rivermire just says, I think they passed over. Do you want to continue following them or not?
Yeah, I mean, we came this far, right?
Good. I like that spirit, Cesare. See, we're going to get past this little break in our friendship, and then we'll be back to killing things and giants, and we'll be good.
As
And
you
Rivermire
guys,
just
I'm sorry,
keeps
go ahead.
going.
As you guys,
Rivermire just swims over to the other side.
as you guys continue up the river, up the river here, you see a fork in the river. One heading much further north, and another heading kind of continuing where you guys came from. It is also getting close to dusk.
Do we see any more tracks?
I will let you make an investigation check in the area to see if you guys can find some tracks. Or survival, your choice.
Oh, sweet. I've got +5. Let's go.
And I will make this be a group check. So why doesn't everybody give me one of those 2 checks?
Wow.
A
Natural one.
So a total of
2.
5, a 7, a 17, and Malachi?
Sorry. I'm still an eagle, so I need to be doing this manually.
A
Hey.
20. So a 5, a
Nice.
7, a 17, and a 20. And yeah.
Cesare goes to tie his shoe and gets lost.
You don't see anything.
This is a wasted time.
No, want there, stories that, or the rumors from the other towns that they were coming up out of the ground? Rumor is like looking towards the party, like, does anybody remember?
I do not remember.
Does anybody remember?
Rumor is pretty sure that's what the rumors were.
If anybody would, shit. If anybody just wants to give me an intelligence check, DC 10, I'll remind you what you were told. But you gotta beat it. A 19 is fine. You remember that they were saying they came, quote, down from the mountains.
But I'm just talking stone giants in general. Like, I'm just talking like rumors through all the towns, not just here. That's what my question was. But
yes, okay.
You have heard rumors of stone giants coming from the ground? From underneath?
Well, it's dark. Shall we rest? Continue this in the morning with his light?
Caca!
So, are you guys looking to rest here?
I think we have to. It's dark. Human can't see.
Okay, then.
All right, I'll
That's true.
land. I'll land and I'll cast Dark Vision on Cesare. All right, guys. We ready to stop for the night, or we want to keep moving?
Holy crap! What did you just do? This is amazing! Oh my god, look at all of this! Is this what it is like all the time for you?
What do you mean?
God almighty!
This I can see everything!
Cesare, if you don't have fucking inspiration, you now have inspiration.
Thank you, sir.
So guys, come on, what are we doing here? What's the plan?
Let's go to the mountains. Oh, well, okay.
Into the tiny top hat hut. Actually, today it's a fedora.
So you guys Lehman's up and begin to take your rest.
Yeah.
I want
Rest to the morning.
Let's do this.
Wait, is Laz still with us?
No.
No,
I was under the assumption that y'all left Laz from River Myers saying like, let's just leave them speech.
I don't have time for them. We have to kill giants.
Yeah, we left Laz.
That was shitty of us, but okay.
Since everybody's gonna take a little bit.
We healed them up a bunch first.
Okay, who is anybody not taking a shift tonight?
Cesare's taking a
Brand
shift.
is
4-hour shift.
Malachi will.
Brandon, are you taking a shift tonight? Yes or no?
Nope.
Okay, so the three of you that are taking shifts, give me perception checks, please.
Done. Let's go.
Ignore that second one.
Perception.
Don't ignore my second one.
Where is my perception?
All right.
Oh, wait. I just get advantage, so maybe do ignore the second one and just use my 24.
Yeah.
Oh, I see how that worked out for you. Yeah, that's fine. So, as you guys rest and are kind of gathering your wits, do you guys want to discuss strategy for in the morning?
So, we're going to the mountains, yes?
We have no tracks to follow. We're just gonna blindly roam into the mountains.
Well, that's supposedly their home.
Giants are pretty big. I will turn into an eagle and range further from the party, and I will look about to see if I find any sign of giant settlement or giant tracks in the mountains.
Besides, Bren, before you go to sleep, wouldn't it be fun to finally strike out at the giants before they strike out at us?
Don't think that's going to happen.
Malachi, please. We bring him up, and then you can bring him down.
I could turn one of you into a giant eagle, and we could carry the others and cover much more distance tomorrow.
I don't want to shit all over everybody's birthday cake here, but this kind of seems like we are just there doesn't seem to be much of a point in continuing to follow these stone giants. They attacked a stranded ship. Case done. I think we continue on to Barnast. We've lost the trail.
You're right. We made promises. Promises we should keep. I agree.
Fine. If that's what you want.
Cool. Nap time.
But weren't you Mr. Valor and being like, hey, we should, our comrades in arms or whatever on the ship? Doesn't that mean something to you?
Yes, and then we left them behind.
Right.
I'm not in this business simply for revenge, Rivenmeyer.
There's only revenge. I'm not sure what you're talking about.
I mean, pick your battles, buddy. There's a lot of giants to kill.
Fine.
And also, can you please stop cracking those nuts? It is getting distracting.
Not me.
And mute Chris. All right, so
Wait,
you guys kind of have your plan for tomorrow that you are going to head back down in south and try to find the trail and go head over to Parnast.
I think we're going to turn into two eagles and carry people so we can cover a lot more ground.
While you guys are resting, Malachi, your sharp dwarven eyes are particularly keen here in the rocky foothills of the mountain. And you see something large moving about over the hill nearest the hut.
It's like, how far away would I guess that would be?
100 yards or so.
Hey, guys, and I start shaking. I'll start with Bran, because I want to put him in between the giants and us.
You have to shake me.
I'm shaking you.
Okay, I wake.
But I'm like whispering at the other guys, if that is enough to wake them. And then I'll move on to them if they don't wake up.
Yes.
There's something bigger than Bran over there.
Wait, what?
Let me see.
I know.
Could you do me a favor really quick, Philip? Can you please cast Lehman's Tiny Hut for me to read?
Yes, sir.
Do you want to see if a giant boulder can break its way through?
I mean, it seems pretty indestructible.
Cody's so pissed right now.
I mean...
Alright, that's all I needed.
Creatures and objects barred from passing. Also magical effects. I don't know, but... Well.
That doesn't mean it can't move and we go tumbling with it.
But that sounds kind of awesome, though, right?
Don't give him ideas.
Boom! Crashing into the side of the hut. You all get thrown about as the hut goes skidding down as a rock comes sailing through the air and slams into the side of the hut, sending everything inside scattered. I need everybody to make me dexterity saving throws, please.
All right, under protest.
Was that scary enough for you guys?
Save me.
I mean, I feel like I would have been ready.
Bran, fail. Daniel. Okay, I don't know why this says Daniel and not Rivermeyer. Rivermeyer, pass. Malachi, fail. Cesare, fail. You guys go flying unexpected out of this thing. Rivermeyer, you're the only one that manages to kind of brace as you hear this at the last moment after Malachi had woken you up, and you see it sailing with your elvish eyes against the blackened night sky, and you guys go scattered all about. Immediately, another boulder comes flying in. Let me do this. And Rivermeyer, as the hut kind of goes shaking and slides a little bit here. It doesn't slide very far. It's almost like the magic seems to be kind of holding it in place. But there is a huge, large crack on this thing, like a rock against a piece of glass that is has spread and is veining along. As a second boulder comes flying in and boom! Crashes against the hut. Make me a second dexterity saving throw, please, sir. The three of you that fell out, I need you all to roll 1d4 bludgeoning damage as you go tumbling out against the rocky hillside.
Sorry, 1d4 plus what?
1d4.
Can I inspiration that?
Ha!
Do you have an inspiration point?
I do.
You may.
I will. Hey, 14.
That is not enough. As you go tumbling out, roll me a d4.
Cool.
And as this second boulder smashes into the side, the spidering of the shell to this hut cracks and gives way, and the magic begins to evaporate as it is literally broken through with just brute force. Another boulder comes flying in. 1, 2, 3, 4. At Bran. I have... Oh, never mind. You don't need to make a dexterity save or anything. It's a 5 against you. So, yeah, as this boulder comes flying in, landing not too far from your head on where you landed, and you can see 3 hill giants come climbing over from 3 different sides in your direction. If everybody would be so kind as to roll me initiative, please.
How far apart would you say they are, and how far would from us?
Give me 1 second. Thanks for joining us on the stream. We appreciate it, guys. Just taking a few seconds to get some things set up. Come on. This dude, Roll20 has been having like crazy issues today.
Lag.
Okay, this is just to give you guys an idea of the positioning. This is not 100% to scale. Why can I not find the last party member here? Malachi, come on. Dude,
I'm near Oral Bar.
I'm going to drag you guys over here just to a quick little flip map here, if you guys will, to get an idea of positioning. And I'll go ahead and move the stream over just so you guys can see the rough positioning as well. Alright, so we've got initiative, we've got initiative. This is probably a little further out like this, and a little further out like this.
I think all our initiatives got erased, so we may need to re-add them.
They're still in here.
Oh, I can only see the stone giants now.
I don't know why you're having issues, Chris. I'm thinking it may be some connection problems. All right, so that brings us over to Rivermire. Now, before you guys start this, who of you slept in your gear and with your weapons next to you?
Rivermire.
Ossuary always does that.
You see,
I don't have gear.
I just want you guys to see. I gave them a chance, right, to not meta the shit out of this, and they were like, no. We don't fatigue, and we all have gear on, and we all have all of our.
No. Well, first of all,
we've been flying. No, that's okay.
No, Rivermire doesn't trust anybody. He always sleeps with a knife.
It's no fun to have you guys running around picking up gear. Rivermire!
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot one.
What do you want to do?
Everything else. Okay, I'm going to bonus action dash to get away from them, and I'm just gonna shoot him. That one, purple. I'm gonna shoot purple.
Okay, where are you headed?
South.
Okay. You can dash up to there if you'd like.
Done.
Okay. And I think you're within range. Yeah, this isn't the scale. 90 feet. Yeah, I'll say that you're still good enough to get there. All right, so you fire off 20 for 9 piercing damage. It has. They all have acted already.
Which is why I didn't roll anything else. But I hit him. I know I hit him. 20 has to hit a giant. Pretty sure.
Malachi.
Alright, so none of them are all that... Like, how far away would you say these two closer ones are from one another?
I'd say that they're each... I mean, why are you asking? How about that? What are you trying to do?
I mean, I know I can't do it yet, but I'm trying to think whether or not, like, a spell like Fairy Fire or Spike Growth, like any of those...
What's your range on Fairy Fire?
They're each 60-foot range. But I'm also, like, I'm trying to hit more than one, as opposed to just wasting it on a single giant.
Oh, dude, they're in totally opposite directions. They're not even
like,
close.
We're like 100, 200 feet away, or 300 feet away. Like, I'm just trying to get, like, a order of magnitude.
I'd say they're probably 100 feet away each.
Okay. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Super unfortunate. What the hell? I will aim for the one who's sort of behind us. I can't tell what color he is from here, but the one on the left.
Okay, the orange?
The orange one.
Okay.
Oh wait, shit, I can't. Alright, I'll just move 25 feet towards him and hold action to cast Polymorph if he gets close enough for me to hit him.
What's your range on Polymorph?
60 foot.
Okay. And just
I'm sorry,
not
Polymorph. I meant Confusion. Sorry.
Right on cue, he moves up as he charges into your range. I'll let you go ahead and take your action.
Alright. Oops, I think I might have double cast that.
And what's the save?
16.
16 what?
Wisdom.
I have a 17 wisdom on this. I'm not kidding here. I can't turn the... whatever. I got a 17 wisdom. I'll print screen it for you later.
No, I believe.
So as he comes up, he scoops up. You cast off your spell. It seems to almost not even shake him or slow him. And you have to react as whoom, he hurls another rock over in your direction. I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw. You need to beat a DC 17.
Okay. I tried it. What's going on here? Oh, sorry. I'm on my ruler. That's why nothing's working. Dex saving throw. Oh yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Knowing that this hasn't had much of effect, you duck and roll over to the side, back up on your feet, locking eyes with this giant as he continues to move towards you. Bran.
Can Bran close on the orange one and and melee?
No. You can close in on him. Or you can move
All
up
right.
and take the dodge action.
Alright, Bran rages up, and he's going to throw a javelin.
Okay.
13 for 10, and he's going to kind of close the distance on the orange giant.
Okay, so you move up and you hurl your javelin. You get in front of You're in between him and Cesare at this point. That's about where you'd be. 22. Yeah,
it's not advantage on that. 13 for 10, and then I got a 21 for 6.
Okay, so you have a 13 for 10 and a 21 for 6. The first javelin goes wide on this thing. It's moving much too quick for it. The second one catches it in its shoulder, but it doesn't even seem to notice, and you see it just reach up and break it down and off. Cesare.
Don't interrupt my sleep.
Jerk.
Cesare. Rivermeyer, you'll be up after the two giants. We can't hear you, Phil.
You're muted.
Motherfucking mute button. Cesare is gonna move just a little bit so that he's nice and secure between Bran and Malachi. And then how many of these guys are within 60 feet of me?
1.
Alright. Then I'm just gonna arrow that one. Yeah, I'm gonna arrow the guy who's closest to me twice.
Yeah, give it to me. We have
hey.
23 for 7 and a 25 for 8. Both arrows finding their marks against the stone giant. As he can... that was not what I wanted to do. I'm pretty sure that was this. Whoops.
And seeing that sick double headshot to the giant grants Rivermeyer Bardic Inspiration.
Yeah, absolutely. And these stone giants continue to close in. One, let me do this one at a time here. This one coming down from over the top of the hill that threw the very first stone reaches up, grabs another rock, and throws it. I need both Cesare and Malachi to give me dexterity saving throws, please.
Thanks for getting so close to me, jerk.
I need you to beat a 17.
No go.
Oh, wait, hold the fucking mute button. I'm gonna luck that one. Maybe I'll land real luckily.
Give it to me.
Yes, it did.
Absolutely. Malachi, you take 19 bludgeoning damage as this boulder comes crashing in on you, kind of exploding against the rocky backside.
Ow.
The next stone giant tries to close in on Rivermeyer. Rivermeyer, you see the giant coming down the hill. Club at its side. What do you do?
Bonus action dash, because I can do that. Away from it. And then I'm gonna shoot it in the face.
Alright.
Nice.
So I'll go that way-ish. Wherever you want to put me.
I got you, man. We
24-11.
We could do this. If you want to, how fast can you move? 30?
35.
35, and then the dash is another 35?
Yeah, so 70 total.
It's going to take a few rounds. Okay, yeah. You fire off an arrow at the brute. 20 for 11, finding its mark.
Everyone just looks at it as it's running towards him, and he just starts trotting backwards, thunk, and then just turns and starts running.
I will mark this. Okay. Malachi. What would you like to do?
I am going to toss a lightning bolt at the orange giant, and then I will duck around on the other side of Cesare.
Calling upon the magic around you, pull on the weave, and you rip off a lightning bolt. It has a dex save of 4. As this lightning just blasts right into this giant, almost knocking it off of its feet as it kind of stumbles a little bit, coming back in your direction. You have clearly hurt this thing, even with the dark lighting of the moonlight. With your dark vision, you can see a blackened, scarred area around this thing, and it almost appears from this distance you could see some veins sticking out, blackened veins.
That actually speaks to another question. Has it been 8 hours since I cast Dark Vision on Cesare?
It is not.
Okay. Should explain why Cesare can still see. That'll be it for my turn, though.
Okay. This giant closes in on Bran.
Bring it on.
Heaves at you with its great club. A big, wide swipe. I have an 18 for 17 bludgeoning damage.
That hits.
It crashes into your side. You try to take the brunt of the blow, but you can feel as it smashes into the side of your body, numbing your arms, and you can almost hear your ribs crack. It seems like. Let's see. So 17 bludgeoning damage, and Bran, I have an idea that you perhaps maybe would like to retaliate. It is your turn.
You son of a bitch. And I reckless attack Great Axe.
Oh, a natural 1.
And 16 for 15.
You raise your axe up and you go to bring it down on the giant. It almost seems to know that that's coming after the initial blow. It picks a rock up and deflects your axe off of it. Sparks go flying from your great axe, and as your hands kind of ring a little bit, you come back in with an 11, missing wildly.
He reckless attacked on both of those, by the way.
Yeah, I reckless attacked that. Sorry.
I did not hear the reckless. I'm sorry. That's my fault. Well, the first thing still works, and the second one still misses. So they both miss.
Oh crap! Okay.
Sorry, amigo. It doesn't change the outcome. I apologize for that.
Oh, what the hell, you two?
Cesare.
Here we go.
How close am I to this giant red? The red giant?
The orange giant. How close do you want to be?
Not close.
Like, pretty much exactly 30 would be pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, you could back up to 30 feet if you'd like.
Alright, so I'm closer than 30. But I'm not so close that I'll have disadvantage on a ranged attack, so I'm just gonna do that again.
Yeah, 14 and an 11 as you fire off 2 of these longbow arrows, and you know what? The first one goes high. The second one seems to hit it right on its elbow, and it doesn't even seem to do anything to this giant. It doesn't even slow it down. Like it doesn't even notice it.
In that case, Cesare runs north about 20 feet, or however much, and yells back to Bran, "I believe in you!" as he's running away like the coward he is, granting Bran bardic inspiration.
Bran has bardic inspiration.
I think this time I'll finally use it.
This giant sees someone breaking off from the rest of the group, and he proceeds to come stomping over very quickly, closing in on you and raising his club as he does. The other giant, down here, this bottom half of combat is not to scale. He moves a little closer to you.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you're gonna run next turn, but he's really only about 15 feet from you at this point. I know you're gonna run. That's about how many turns it's gonna take for him to get you at this current movement and pace. Rivermeyer.
Cool. Rivermeyer immediately, as he's running, sees that Bran is enclosed on this, seeing that this giant's not looking at him up top, orange, is going to fire off his arrow and continue to run.
And you're gonna continue to head that direction?
Diagonal this way, right here, going that way.
Okay. That's
hold
fine.
on.
I'm gonna put you here.
Okay.
Okay. So.
And then boom.
Yeah, give it to me. 24 for 19 damage. So Rivermeyer,
29 damage.
29 damage. Light on his feet, understanding that the dumb giant behind him is going to continue to give him chase. You take advantage of it by bouncing up very lightly as you're climbing this hill that the other giant came over. Seeing your opportunity, you turn, fire off an arrow, and continue on, calling or giving chase to the or having the giant continue to give you chase below. Malachi.
All right.
You
so
are very close to two giants.
yes, I'm also close to Cesare, correct?
Yeah, Cesare.
Would you say I'm within 25 feet? 10
Yes.
feet, perfect. All right, so I'm going to run towards Cesare and yell, "I choose you, Cesare!" And I'm going to try to jump on his back as I cast Polymorph on Cesare. And he starts to grow a tail and some really big teeth and gets real dumb. And
Let's
is now.
see. Do you, Cesare, do you accept magic because you start to feel something pull on you?
Cesare is like so busy just focusing on not getting eaten by a giant that as soon as something weird starts happening, he's just assuming that this is like his survival instinct kicking in. So he does not fight this in the least.
Okay, I'm going to be very clear here. I am going to give you the stats of the Tyrannosaurus Rex that Malachi is trying to turn you into. You're going to have to be statted like a Tyrannosaurus Rex. You're going to have the appearance of not a dinosaur.
I'm going to have the what if not a dinosaur?
You're going to have the appearance of not a dinosaur.
You also have an intelligence of 2 now, because you do take on that.
Chris, I'll let you pick a small dragon of your color to turn him into, without the wing capabilities, for the record.
Okay. Wait, so like I can't actually make him.
I'm telling you, I don't want a fucking T-Rex in my game, bro.
All right,
I
fair
will
enough.
give him
Fair
the
enough.
stats of it if you'll be so kind.
Fair,
as
got
to
it. Got it.
reflavor
Got it. I will make it.
I'm pretty sure you have never seen a Tyrannosaurus Rex, even though that's in the play. That's in
probably
the rule book.
true. Fair enough. I will turn him into a brass dragon.
There you go. All right. It's how funny that we're having this in the game after I've talked about polymorph twice in the last 2 videos. Okay.
So, am I successful in trying to jump onto his back and riding him?
I don't fight it.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes. And so now this giant is going to proceed to continue to bash on. He's going to continue to bash on Bran. Bran, I have a 27 for 20 bludgeoning damage, and I have a 14 for 21 bludgeoning damage.
First one hits.
The second one misses.
Yeah, second one misses.
I don't want to fucking T-Rex in the game, bro. Alright, so this thing smashes down on top of you, pinning down your leg. It comes back in for another one. You roll up on your feet. Now both your right side and your leg are a little numb as you kind of come up limping just a little bit with your side sore. That will... That'll bring us to your turn.
I'm taking this guy's knee out.
Yeah, give it to me. A 19 for 15 slashing gets there.
Also, I didn't really specify, but yeah, this is reckless.
I got you. We'll do reckless until you tell me otherwise. A
20 for 15.
15. Absolutely. You come up, and you're feeling a little bit numb, just the rage pulling, the adrenaline pumping through you. You close in on this thing, getting much closer to it, trying to avoid the swipes and bashes from this giant club that it's wielding. You come in on the first thigh, trying to take out the knee. You slash down, and you can see this thing almost buckle. You turn back. You come to the next one. You cut deep, big spurts of warm blood go flying across you as you seem to hit a vein on this thing. And he actually drops Ning into you a little bit. Give me a dexterity saving throw. A 6. Absolutely, this knee comes crashing down in on you, and you kind of get smushed a little bit here, and you are currently pinned underneath of this thing.
Am I still holding my axe? I'm just prone.
You're still holding your axe. You're just kind of pinned down underneath.
I'm just gonna kill this thing prone.
Cesare.
You're a dinosaur.
You're a dragon.
Well,
It's not a fucking dinosaur. Okay.
Cody or Chris, describe me.
I don't. Chris said you're a brass dragon.
All right.
A young brass dragon. How big is a T-Rex? Is it large? Is it huge?
I have the stats here. It is huge beast under that, and I have a 50-foot movement. Yeah, Cesare is real dumb though, right? What did my intelligence change to?
2.
Okay. Yeah, it's intelligence 2. So you just hear a booming. Cesare Ducote! And then I sprint over to the green giant and do my multi-attack, which is
Get a
hold on.
tail attack.
It's like, because we've reskinned it, he's not really a T-Rex. He's just a really poorly polymorphed fucking dragon who's retarded.
I'm basically a Pokemon.
Oh god.
All right, fuck. I tried to build macros for this, but they're. Oh, I see
You don't
what
get
I
figured
macro,
this
man.
out,
Just
didn't you?
roll your D20, bro.
Yeah, they're just both plus 10 for the attacks.
Yeah, but I fucking did it. All right, fine.
Do I need to put you back through the Master Series course again?
17 for the first one, and that is some absurd number of rolls, like
4d12 plus 7?
It's a challenge.
yeah, 4d12.
Alright, so the 17 gets there. No, you do not. No, sir. No. We're not making Full Metal jokes in the game tonight. That is not happening. I will have no Nina jokes. 17 for 39?
Yep.
Does it have a multi-attack?
Oh, well, yes, I do. But first, it needs to. Wait, what size are giants? Large or huge?
Huge.
Never mind. If they were small, if they were large, it would have to be grappled. But now I do.
Wait
for
a
the
minute.
tail.
What is the roll? 4d12 plus 7?
Yeah.
For those of you guys who watched the spell video on what my favorite spell is, and I said polymorph, this is why. Okay. Yeah. So yes, 17.
So ignore that second one. It's actually 27, by the way.
The next one is 27, which is good.
It's 3d8 plus 7 for damage.
Yep.
Okay, and these are clawed. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna let you describe these attacks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just describe these attacks.
So as his mouth has elongated and his tailbone has turned into a razor sharp tail, his intelligence has also shrunk to 2. So the only thing he can say at this point is his own name. Cesare! And as he dives at the face of the green bespoke giant, he wraps his claws right around his face, but the giant gets its arm up. So Cesare clamps down on his arm and just starts shaking with all his might. and he's able to turn the giant 360 around him. But with that momentum, as the giant's moving, he spins back and slaps him right across the throat with his razor-sharp tail,
Warm blood goes
all the time
spewing
screaming.
out, and you deal 65 damage to this thing. Well done, Malachi. Well done, both of you guys. Well done, both of you guys. That brings us over to the stone giants, and I believe it is actually his turn. What he does next is it raises its club up, and it tries to smash it back down in on your head twice. I have a 14 for 19 bludgeoning damage and a 27 for 15 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, you've got
What is your
13
AC?
as your AC.
So both of those. So you take 34 more bludgeoning damage as this thing pounds into your side and smashes down on your head. Malachi, dexterity saving throw, please. I'll just make you make
fair.
one. You need to beat a 15.
That will be a challenge. And... Yes!
An 18! You continue to hold on. The next stone giant continues to close in on Rivermire. At the current speed, Rivermire, you realize he's probably going to close in on you on 2 more turns as you continue to honestly run away from this giant. And he is doing everything he can do to keep up with you and your elven, how light-footed you are.
Yeah.
Rivermire, great strategy.
Yeah, so,
it's your turn.
I'm gonna run this way. Okay, wow, my mouse is all messed up. Hold up.
Okay. You can close in on this giant if you'd like. That's how close you are.
Why is everything like to the side? What the heck is going on? Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna go towards Bren, basically, right? I'm gonna like hook, and I'm gonna pop a shot over towards Green.
You can move 70 feet. I will let you do that.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna pop a shot off at Green. At the same time, I'm just gonna say, "She's right, this one."
You hook back down as you kind of near the top of the hill, and you make a quick, sharp cut back down towards the melee going on below. You fire off your arrow. 13 is not enough to get there on the first one, but you can be as close to this orange giant as you'd like. Or you can be next to Bran if you so choose.
Can you just put? Okay, that's not where I'm thinking. My mouse is screwed up right now. I don't know why. Like right there-ish.
There?
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll let you slide past the giant kind of from where you're coming in. You can hook back down and around. Malachi.
Fix it. Haha, fix it.
Alright. So I'm gonna scratch Cesare behind the ears and say, "Good boy, Cesare, good boy." And is it gonna be possible? Can I cast like a lightning bolt while I'm like riding on his back, or is that gonna be too challenging to like hold on and do that?
I will ask that you make a concentration check.
To cast any spell, or to cast like an attack spell like that?
To cast any spell.
You
know
will...
what? Here's what I'll do. I will let you cast the spell, but it's going to be a concentration to maintain maintain the form, the polymorph.
Okay. Is that going to be true even if I don't cast a spell?
And hold on. You could jump off and you can rules is normal.
All right.
But to
so
hold on,
I'll...
cast a spell, and to maintain your concentration, I'm going to ask that you make a concentration check to maintain your current spell.
That's
fair.
a
lot
going
going on.
Yeah, no, totally fair. I'm going to scratch behind the ears, say good Cesare, hop off, and then toss a lightning bolt at the guy that's fighting Bran. Like so.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so is this giant... I have a dex 14. What's your DC?
16.
Yeah. Absolutely. You blast into this thing. It turns its head. I will say this. Because... God, I was ruling that this thing is pretty much smothering Bran at the moment.
Oh, that's true.
I don't think that that'll be a problem. That won't be a problem at all. You can blast through this thing. And in fact, when you do send your spell crackling through the air, you see it kind of stumble back off. Both of the interior of its legs are covered in blood, and there is Bran who kind of rolls out from underneath and kind of gets back up onto his knee holding his great axe underneath of it. So, kudos.
Bran, what were you doing under the giant?
Just looking at
Different angle of attack, I see.
You see this thing desperately reach down at you, Bran. Give me a dexterity saving throw, Bran. You need to beat a 17.
I should have advantage.
Ooh,
ripped.
Bran, as you kind of come back up to your knees, before you can even react, you hear Malachi hollering out at your name, and you see a giant hand closing over your chest. You can feel yourself being lifted up off the ground, and you know what's coming as you kind of try to brace for it, holding onto your great axe, not letting go.
I spread my arms wide and fly.
And you go flying through the air as this thing flings you up into the hill.
I try to do a somersault.
I need you to roll me 66, please.
Man, these things are getting more vicious.
No. It's just that we don't have a giant on our team to take all the hits for us.
You take 23 bludgeoning damage as you go smashing into the side of the rocky hillside. But you were able to hold on to your great axe, so kudos. Bran, you are prone. What would you like to do?
Say fuck you.
Fuck you.
I get it. Okay, Bran stands up with this great axe. He looks at the battlefield. Can he close in on the green giant and attack?
It takes half your movement to stand up. Because it takes you a second or so to kind of stand up before you rush back into battle. Each round is only 6 seconds, so it's going by very quickly.
Okay, yeah, so I just close in on the green, and actually I'm going to do the dodge action.
Okay. I will let you close in, if that's what you want to be.
Sure.
If you position yourself right there, you will actually have flanking with Cesare. In my game, we do it. In my game, we do a +1. So, yeah, that brings us over to none other than Cesare. Give me some. Slow ass dragon. That was 26 gets there. 26.
That was on orange, by the way.
That's on orange? Oh, wait, if that's on green, that's the one you're nearby.
I'm pretty sure I can reach both of them. I'm a T-Rex.
No.
Also, both attacks have +10.
A very young, dumb brass dragon.
Yeah, I mean, yes, that is true, but
who do you want to attack?
Up here, that's 100%. Jaw, assuming I can reach jaw attack on orange and then tail attack on green.
Oh, give me a fucking break, guys. Are you seriously drawing this shit? Come on. Oh my gosh. Yes, clear the fucking T-Rex drawing.
Wait, did you just crit with your tail attack?
Yeah, but just the to hit.
Well, yeah, that's the part that crits.
That's what crit is.
Oh, well then, yes. So wait, do I roll that?
Stop.
Do I roll max or do I roll twice?
The first 26 was against the orange giant. Yes?
The first 31 was against the orange giant, but yes. Oh, yeah. 20. I understand.
26
yes,
for 31. Correct. Okay. Yeah. All right. Now, the next attack is a crit with your tail against the green giant. So go ahead and roll me, give me 3d8 more.
+7?
Nope.
No.
Still?
Just the
Okay.
3d8.
Gotcha.
Oh,
Wow.
wow. 3 more 3d8.
Or the max
for
40
every-
damage.
All right, so you slash over at the orange one that was weak, that had just thrown Bran, and it's kind of staggering back. You take your opportunity, you close in on this thing viciously, and you rip this thing's throat out. You push back off of it. You come back, and your tail wraps around this giant, and it closes in on its throat, and it tries to kind of choke it out a little bit, and slams its head down into the ground, kind of bouncing off with a sickening thud. For 33 damage. Very well done. This thing turns. This thing turns. Oh god.
I dodge.
I need you to make me another dexterity
I knew
saving
it.
throw, please.
Should be advantage at least. Rip.
Another 15. Right as you close in on this thing, its head gets slammed into the ground. You're the first thing it sees. It reaches its hands out at you. You weren't really expecting it as you kind of close in with your great axe, expecting to catch it from behind. And it grabs onto you.
It grabs onto my great axe and it does
And
D4.
whoosh! It throws you away again.
I do another somersault.
I need 66, please, sir.
$19.
As you take 19 more
Yeah.
bludgeoning damage as you go flying through the air. That brings us to this stone giant, who moves up. As this thing closes down, it grabs a boulder, and you can see this thing almost go to like kind of sidearm this thing, and it just flings this in your direction. I need Rivermire, I need Cesare, and I need Malachi to give me dexterity saving throws, please.
I have no idea how to do that as a dinosaur, Cody.
Just roll me a d20.
All right. Wow.
With the T-Rex stats, it's +0.
It doesn't matter.
for
He's
you.
way there. Unless it's negative. Is it negative
It's not.
dexterity?
It's 0
Are you serious?
for him.
It's not -2,
Yeah.
so he fails?
It's 10, so it's 0.
Yeah, he has 10 dex.
All right. I need... Oh, that's not going to work.
I don't think you're going to be a dragon much longer,
3d10
Cesare.
plus 6. I need Rivermire to take 22 damage as you
Evasion
fall.
allows me to take half, and uncanny dodge lets me take half of half.
Okay. So I need you to take 5 damage. fucking metagamers. Alright, fucking power gamers.
All rogue abilities. I just leveled my rogue. That's it.
Malachi, you take 22 bludgeoning damage as you don't really see this thing coming. You see Rivermire kind of bounce out of the way just in time to see this giant boulder skid right past the mentally challenged dragon and into your chest, pummeling you and knocking you back 5 feet and onto the ground.
I'd like to make it clear that I was trying to hide behind his tail, but when he dodged, I was suddenly exposed.
I need you to make me a concentration check, please, to see if Cesare is still a dragon.
That's a save or a check for con?
It's actually on your quick rules.
It is
Save.
on my quick rolls.
It's Constitution save. You gotta be a 10.
Or
Or half
half
the
the
chop.
damage, whichever is higher, so 11.
11. Yep.
Hey.
13. Very nice. Focusing on the pain in your chest kind of begins to throb. You're not letting go of that magic. Somebody moving from an upstairs apartment. All right, Rivermeyer. What would you like to do?
Yeah, Rivermeyer's gonna put away his bow and come in and make some quick stuff at this one.
I should have made a map for this. This was a good combat. It also was a good gauge for you guys.
That's the noises you hear.
Wow. Okay, so is that a 16 or a 26?
16.
First one is the rapier goes a little wide. You come back in trying to close in, avoiding the steps of the step of the giant. You bring the Kraken's fang up into his gut. Does sneak attack does not count for your offhand, correct?
Yeah, it's just what we can do. Let me see. I'm pretty sure it's just like what rogues do.
Okay.
Yeah, I think any attack can trigger it. It's
Any
my
attack?
understanding.
Okay,
Pretty
not a
sure.
problem. Very nicely done. So you come in with your rapier a little wide. You duck,
Just
roll
an
under.
attack roll.
You
Awesome.
dig Kraken's fang into it. I need you to roll me an additional D4, please.
Nice. I actually really like this dagger. Mostly because it tried to kill me, but I like the dagger.
It did try to kill you. You can heal up for 3.
Nice.
Malachi, the giant in front of Cesare's form is weak, but you are prone on the ground.
All right, I'm gonna get up and sort of duck, kind of behind Cesare, Dragon Cesare here, but sort of getting out just far enough that I can hit this guy with a lightning bolt. Be like, just stay down.
There is no need to roll. You fry this thing. Right as Rivermeyer clears from the other side of this thing, you roll up, you get you manage to make your way around Cesare, holding onto that magic, and then you can feel the crackle as you fire off a lightning bolt. It blasts through this thing's chest from its back, and you are quite certain as its smoldering body hits the ground, it is dead. Bran.
You guys just see Bran prone on the ground. If you're looking, he just gives the giant the finger, and he just doesn't move, and then that's it. He's just like, that's all you see. And Bran just kind of chills.
Well, we still have a very full, alive giant down here at the bottom. So do you want to hang
He's
out
been here
up there?
for like 20-something-ish damage.
Brandon's just gonna chill for this round. He's just
Not a
gonna
problem. And that brings us back over to Cesare.
You know that scene in Jurassic World where the super T-Rex jumps on the regular T-Rex like as if a rat? So that's happening right now. You just hear a Cesare bellowed out of this young bronze dragon, wink wink, and it flies through the air and sinks its teeth right into this big fucking 26 to hit giant, and that's 41 damage.
Why, wizards? Why? Chris Perkins, why did you have to do this to us? Yeah. I have no problem with any of that. 26, yeah, you absolutely dig into this thing. Viciously wrapping around it. The 15 with your tail is not enough as it pushes you back off, weak, bleeding. And it does its best to retaliate. Raising its club up high, it just smashes down on you once and smashes back in again a second time. I have a wow. I have a natural 1. So I have a miss, and then I have a 21 for 20. Dungeons and Dinosaurs.
That's like a splinter to Cesare Rex. That's nothing.
Rivermeyer, what would you like to do?
Grab out my bow. Now that I see that I've got a friend to help me kill this thing, step over and shoot.
Yep, give it to me.
Not enough.
Not enough to get there with Cahoon here. Sorry, man. That natural 3 is not gonna do much for you on a 13.
That's okay. I have a +10. I don't care.
Malachi.
I'm gonna. Sorry, I forgot. Do I need to stay within 60 feet for polymorph to work, or it just works? That's just the casting range.
It's just the casting range.
All right. I'm kind of worried about Bran, so I'm gonna move towards Bran to see if I can go heal him. I don't think I can do that. Get to him and do that in the same turn, but I mean, I'll head in that direction, or whatever. Double move.
Bran,
you okay?
You just see Bran asleep on the grass, just like chilling.
It's like, fuck it. Not my day.
he's just holding his axe.
He's like, dude, I was sleeping, and I woke up to get thrown twice. It hurts. Leave me alone.
Cesare. It's got 65 life, man. What do you want to do?
Natural 1.
Natural 1's not going to get there. With the natural 1, you can feel your rage boiling up inside of you, and due to the just wonky nature of this whole transformation, you weren't really expecting it, but apparently you are able to you suddenly feel this burning sensation in your throat. And just immense, painful fire comes dripping out, down, and onto your chest. I want you to take 1d10 fire damage.
Okay.
You take
7
fire damage, and then your tail whips back around and slashes across this thing's face for 23 more damage.
I still have over 100 health.
This thing is going to Great Club you twice. I have a 12 for 17 and a 25 for 21.
25 will hit.
As he continues to bash at you, he's trying to kind of inch his way back, but he doesn't seem to really have many escape options at this point. Rivermeyer?
You know what it is.
Yep, do it. Yeah. Rivermeyer, describe your killing blow, sir.
So, I see the dragon spit fire on itself, and then nails this thing with its tail. And as the giant kind of goes to recover from the just immense force of the tail, as it's coming back out, it just has an arrow go straight through its throat. That's it. Just clean cut. So it can't breathe. It's gonna bleed to death.
As it kind of falls back down to the ground, and as combat kind of subsides, and you can feel the adrenaline kind of ebbing from you. Well, now, you guys just keep on surprising me.
Is that
And
Shabbos?
that is where we will end. Thank you guys for hanging out with us on the stream. We really had a lot of fun tonight. We had a lot of fun last session too. Hopefully you guys are entertained, and we really appreciate you guys hanging out with us. We will be back next Wednesday with more Dungeons & Dragons, but I don't think we're going to be back on Storm King's Thunder. I might take a break from DMing for 1 week. So we may be back with a different game a fun one shot. Who knows? We'll see. It's kind of up in the air. But thank you guys for hanging out with us. I appreciate it. And do you four want to say anything? We'll catch you guys later.
Fur.